Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. It is Monday night at 10 o'clock. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live on YouTube. Yeah, as you guys know, I do this every Sunday night, but I was traveling back from Nanaimo last night. All three kids bowled in a provincial tournament. You've probably seen from my Twitter that they did really well. In fact, Kayla won the gold medal, so she is representing BC at the National Youth Bowling Championships later this year. Gonna go out to Sault Ste. Marie in Ontario with her. Jacob came in second, and Sean also bowled very well. Unfortunately, didn't make the cut for day two, but all three of them bowled very well. I was very proud of all of them. And yes, it was a very busy weekend, and that's why I had to postpone yesterday's live stream to today. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you are here. And as the numbers start to go up, feel free to press the thumbs up button if you want to. Give this video a like. Always helps with the metrics and the analytics. But that, no pressure, but only if you like what we're doing here. And I do appreciate you coming on, whether you're local, whether you're overseas, and especially because you are, because you made this change work, this switch work. And I'll say right off the bat, two things really quickly. My son Sean will be joining us at 10:45 tonight to wrap this things up. And then I will also be doing a live stream later this week on Thursday night at the immediate conclusion of the Vancouver Canucks Arizona Coyotes game. So I'll do, once again, like I said, I'm gonna do 2 live streams a week. So this week it'll be Monday night, tonight, right now, and Thursday night. So I hope you look forward to that, and you can join me on Thursday night after the Vancouver Arizona game from Arizona. Hopefully they're playing in front of a full stadium. And it's been a rough week. As we know, we jumped on here Wednesday night after the 4-2 loss to Arizona. Oh, it's weird. It's like I do midweek live streams only after Arizona games. And then there was the 6-3 victory over Colorado, which is really nice at home. Didn't get to see that. I was working, but I followed everything. A great third line performance by the third line of Gaudette, McEwen, and Roussel, of course. And then, of course, last night's horrible loss, 2-1. Not a lot of offense, no good power play. Demko was good, but defensive coverage wasn't, and therefore we lost 2-1. And you guys know, with Winnipeg winning tonight, Vancouver's fallen out of a playoff spot. So we can talk about that as well. We can talk about a lot of things. Just gonna clear this notification off my phone. There we go. We can talk about a lot of things tonight. We can talk about the Canucks' playoff chances, the Canucks, what they should be doing over the next few games, and really their performance over the past week. So I'm going to talk for a couple minutes uninterrupted, and then I'll start to get to all your questions there. And remember, it's going very well. I answer as many questions as I can, but if it's a repeat question or repeat answer more accurately, I'll simply ask you to refer to the answer that I gave earlier, and you can go back and watch. And I do recognize that you're firing questions up now, which is great, but probably 10, 15 minutes ahead of when I actually get to them. So with the loss last night, the Canucks now have 76 points in 68 games. And I've always used the 94-point benchmark as our magic number. That if we get 94 points, we should get into the playoffs. So if we're at 76, that means we need 18 more points over the final 14 games. So it's a bit over 500, whether you think that's 9-5, or whether that's something like 8-3-3. That gets you 19 points, yeah. Or 8-3-2, that doesn't add up. That's only 13 games. So maybe 7-3-4 even gets you to 18 points. So regardless, the Canucks need to find 18 points over the next 14 games. So not easy, knowing that they're playing against teams like Tampa and Colorado and Winnipeg coming up. But they also have softies. They have Arizona a couple times. They have Anaheim. They have the Kings. So it's certainly doable, but the Canucks need to win some of these games. They are 3 points behind Calgary with 2 games in hand. So technically, if they win their 2 games in hand, mathematically, they can actually get third place. And I won't say easy, like it's just like that, but it's doable. They just need to win their games in hand. And of course, they are 2 points back of Winnipeg in the wild card race with 2 games in hand, 1 point back of Minnesota in the wildcard race with 1 game in hand. So the 2 wildcard teams ahead of them, the Canucks have games in hand on them as well. So all is not lost. I know we're not feeling good. I know it's been bad. We've only won 1 of the last 6. And in my vlog from today, we talked about wanting to be playing in meaningful games in March, but we got to start to win some of these meaningful games. Now there's hope on the horizon. Brock Besser, I see some comments about him. He practiced with the team yesterday as part of the pregame skate. Didn't play last night. My guess is he doesn't play tomorrow night. I think that's still kind of quick, given that he's only had 1 practice with the team. But if he's been skating on his own, you never know. I anticipate that he's going to go on the road trip with the Canucks and maybe suit up on Thursday or Thursday or Friday against Arizona on Thursday or Colorado on Friday. I just have a feeling that tomorrow night is too soon, but who knows? Maybe he gets in the lineup. People are excited at home, and he brings the brings the Canucks' hopes up a little bit, and he makes an immediate impact. I want to see him with Pettersson and Miller on the top line, and I want to see Toffoli play with Pearson and Horvat on the second line. Hopefully get those guys going. So there we go. That's my 5-minute intro. Let's get to your questions now. And there's seems like less people watching today. Maybe that was because of the day change or whatever. But we'll see how we do, and I'll get to as many questions as I can. So once again, thanks for being here, and we'll go to 11 o'clock tonight if you want to stick around that long. And my son Sean will come down at 10:45, and we'll go from there. Okay. So let's get going. Next 649, Clay, the Jets in Arizona played today. The Jets won. Now the first wild card and wild is second. OMG, the Vancouver Canucks are officially not in a playoff spot. That's correct. The first time since December 27 that the Canucks are not sitting in a playoff position. And don't forget, just on January 18th or 19th or whatever it was, they actually won, and they were the only team in first place in the Pacific with 58 points. Remember, all 4 other teams had 57. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was right before the All-Star break. HSM Fangirl Gaming. Hey, Clay, random question. Where were you when the stanchion goal happened, and how did you react? Great question. I was in the arena because I had season tickets, so I was at that playoff game when Bieksa put the puck off the stanchion and behind, or the stanchion, sorry, the puck came off the stanchion right to Bieksa, and Bieksa put it behind the San Jose goalie. I was in the arena. It was crazy because obviously we knew that the next home game we would see would be game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. So yeah, probably among the top 3 games I've been to at Rogers Arena, the other 2, no particular order, would be likely the Game 7, slaying the Dragon against Chicago. And the other one was very memorable, was the Sedins final game and their final shift at home. You know, of course, some of the playoff games were really exciting, but I would say those were my top 3 in no particular order. Slaying the Dragon, the stanchion goal, and then the Sedins final game. But there's some other good games, like some of the wins in that Boston series for sure. Great question. And how did you react? Expectedly, I was jumping around like a 5-year-old schoolgirl. I was very excited, and yeah, because like I said, I knew that the next game we'd see would be a game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Great question. Wigiwa, Vancouver, awesome. Welcome. Wish we had our second round now. At least we get to keep our first. So a bit pessimistic. Everyone knows the conditions of the JT Miller trade. We have to give Tampa, now Tampa's traded that pick, but we had to give basically Tampa either a first round pick this year or next year. If we made the playoffs this year, then we give them to them this year because it's then this bottom 15 pick. If we don't make the playoffs this year, then next year we have to give it to them. We keep it this year. So Wigiwa is saying that we get to keep our first round pick, thinking that we're not going to make the playoffs. I want to disagree with you. I really want the Canucks to make it. Oh, by the way, I did a poll question today too, by the way. Before my vlog, I said, how confident are you that the Canucks are going to make the playoffs? And the 4 options: very confident, extremely confident, somewhat, not really, and not at all. And basically, I think the percent last time I looked at was like 8% or 9% was very confident, and 44% was somewhat confident. So that's 53% saying yes. And then it was like 37 for not very confident and 10 for not confident at all. So a pretty even split, 53% saying confident, very confident, or somewhat confident, 47% saying not very confident or not at all. Okay, Shady, I think Vancouver should TANK. You guys know I don't say that word for their first next year. No, I don't. I respectfully disagree with you. They're still in the mix, and Vancouver will never TANK. It's not in their DNA. It's not in the playoffs, the players' DNA. It's not in the coach's DNA. And outwardly, at least, they will never intentionally do that. I just don't think that that's part of their competitive nature. HSM Fangirl, how does the league know where to slot some teams to make playoffs in the draft? I think someone answered that. Wigiwa, yeah, in order, they were in the standings. First place goes last. So for the most part, it is a reverse order of standings for sure, especially in the first few picks. Well, at least that's how the lottery odds are set, and then they, of course, run the lottery. Wigiwa, you're welcome, but this also depends if they trade their first round pick. Ottawa did to Colorado. They make the playoffs and got 4th pick. Yeah, Ottawa's going to have some good picks for sure. So how you doing? Okay, so then I did basically a call out to ask everyone where they're from. So we have a Burnaby, we have an Abbotsford, Northern BC, Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey, Van City. Awesome. Alfred, congrats to your daughter's gold medal. Thank you, Alfred. She bowled very well. and she's gonna only get better. She's only 12 years old, and I'm very excited for how she's gonna do in her bowling career. Thanks for that, HSF Fangirl. When is your next parody coming out? Hopefully, if the Canucks make the playoffs, Marie and I will definitely do a playoff song. We're already talking about that. Actually, good news, I'm going to the Canucks. I kind of said that I thought I wasn't going to go to any games in March and then going to go to the last game in April, last game of the season against Vegas. But I will be going to the Tampa Bay game on March the 18th. So if you're at that game, make sure we make plans to say hello. I was scheduled to work that night, but the work event got canceled. So I get to go to the game. Marie Huey, my musical partner in crime, collab partner, is singing the anthems. So I'll be with Marie that night. And speaking of Marie, you may have heard, you may have seen, and I apologize if you did, we were guests on the Larshcast, the very popular podcast last week, run by TJ Dollywall, Tej Dollywall, and Sat and Nav and Gulu. We had a great time. An hour and a half went super quick. Those guys were saying that it was the most fun they've had on an episode, which was a nice compliment. But we had a lot of fun. We were singing, we were dancing, we were making jokes. We ended up donating $300 to the Canucks for Kids Fund because of a horrible singing contest that you may have heard me do. And then after we recorded the episode, we did some Bhangra dancing in my car, and that got thousands of views on Twitter. I wasn't expecting that, but some fun and if you watch the video once again, if you type in Clay Emo Bhangra or Clay Emo Larshcast, you'll find it. We were filming off my phone like I'm doing right now, but then we had another phone right below it playing the music through my speakers, through the Bluetooth, playing through the music video. I'm so stupid, you guys. The four of them, they were all watching the music video and were copying all the dance moves. Yeah, exactly like that from the music video. I didn't even think of that. I was just dancing, whatever. So you kind of see me break out these random moves that are all horrible, yet the four other people in the car were smart enough to mimic what was happening in the music video. So check it out if you haven't seen it already. We had a good time. And check out that episode of the Larshcast, episode number 39. Oh, yes. And so that was a long way of answering the question, HSM Fangirl. When the Canucks when they get in the playoffs, we will come out with a new song for sure. Wigwa, big congrats on your daughter's success. High fives. Thank you, Wigwa. Shady Cat, who here is an introvert? Good question, not me. So how you doing? I'll be at the game tomorrow. Hopefully Besser's back in. Oh, awesome. I hope you enjoy the game. Like I said, I hope he's in, but my guess is they're going to hold him out for at least one practice or two, but maybe not. Shady Cat, hi Clay, hello. Wigwa, sup, emo, hello. Reels Dread, sup. After Friday night's win, Canucks have won 7 straight when I'm 10. And now I'm 8-1-1 for the season. I think I'm good luck. So get into the arena more, especially during this playoff push. TJ, Clay, what do you think of a Toffoli, Pettersson, Besser line? I don't like it only because Toffoli and Besser are naturally right wingers. So I can see Besser playing with Horvat and Pearson. I can see Toffoli playing with Horvat and Pearson. But I think, they're talented enough to play on their off wing, but I think with Besser coming back, you want to look forward to 2 strong, first, second line right wingers. Drop Louis Eriksson down or out, and then keep Toffoli and Besser on their proper right side and let them play together on the power play. Real Dread, Besser close to coming maybe tomorrow. Yeah, as I mentioned, maybe, you never know. The Canucks haven't said much, and they've kind of been quiet about his recovery this whole time, right? We were all surprised when he was at the game day skate. So maybe he's ready to go, but I have a feeling he might do one more practice, but we'll see. Clay, do you still... Shady, I think the Canucks should tee for their first round pick. Yeah, I addressed that already. I don't think so, but that's okay if that's what you think so. But I don't want them to at all. Okay, let's keep on going. TJ, Clay, do you still believe in Olli Juolevi? I do. I think he's going to get one chance next year, and if he doesn't do much, I think the Canucks will cut bait on him. Whether they expose him for the expansion draft. Actually, they might not have to expose him because he won't have that many games experience. So we'll see, but I still have high hopes for him. He's whatever he was, 5th overall or 6th overall, 5th overall, and he can be a big part of our team going forward. But yes, you like to take longer to develop, blah, 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 all those things, but we kind of want to see something soon. Good question. Rios, we basically have to go 9-5. You think we're doing it? There's a lot of hard teams. Yeah, exactly, Rios. We need 18 points. So whether that's 9-5, whether that's 7-4-4, whether that's 8-4-2, any combination of those that we need 14 points, 18 points in the next 14 games. Yeah, 7-4-4, that doesn't add up to 14 games, does it? That's 15 games. So that would be 7-3-4. Yeah, it's going to be tough. There are a lot of hard teams, but I think it's doable. And really, when you think about it, they just got to get ahead of Calgary. But yeah, I'm using that 94-point barrier. Maybe it drops down to 92 if both Vancouver and Calgary don't play well. But I think if you want to be sure, you worry about Calgary. You don't worry about the wild card teams. You concentrate on catching Calgary, then you know you're in for sure as the third place Pacific team. There's less variables that way. Wiggy Van City, awesome. Dexter, why isn't Jacob coming down tonight? Good question, Dexter. Jacob's getting some homework done. He actually didn't get a lot of work done all weekend because he came with me to work on Friday. He came to my work event, church event on Friday, and then he was really concentrating on bowling all weekend. So he has to catch up on homework. So it's likely going to be Sean today, but don't worry, I'll get Jake down here soon enough. But I don't think it'll be Jacob, but he might surprise me. But just before I press record, it sounded like it was going to be Sean. I actually wanted Kayla to come on because she and talk about her gold medal win, but it's a little late for her, and I wouldn't be able to justify that. She's got to get up by 6:30 tomorrow morning, and I'm sure many of you do too. But she's only 12 years old. You guys are all older than 12, and although she can probably hear me through the walls here or through the floor here. Wiggy Up. At this point, I'm not objective to T Nation. Just makes the second round trade a waste. I am objecting to T Nation. That's why I don't say the word. Dean. What would you take? Sign Markstrom or sign everybody else? Toffoli, Jake, Stetcher, and Tanev. If I had to pick one or the other, I would. If money wasn't an issue, I would take Toffoli, Virtanen, Stetcher, and Tanev. If money wasn't an issue, because then you can find another goalie as much as or you can go through with Demko. Of course, I recognize Markstrom's value, but when you add up the value of the other four guys you mentioned, I think there's a lot of value with Virtanen and Toffoli. But yeah, that's a really good question. Markstrom, we're seeing how important he is. Obviously, he was able to steal 7 or 8 games on his own. That's a really good question, actually. But yeah, given the money, if I had to choose between one of those four and money was an issue, I would probably take Markstrom because he's cheaper and he's single-handedly stealing games. But the Canucks could find the money. I really want them to explore signing Toffoli again, and that includes in your comment for Tannen, Troy, and Chris Tanev. Alfred, how many points do you think the Canucks will get in the next 2 games? The key back-to-back. The next 2 games, or maybe do you mean the next 3? I think they need to get 4 of the next 6 for sure, because if they got to win 2 out of every 3 games or be over 500 by a couple games, they got to get 2 of the next 3. And whether that between the Islanders, Arizona, and Colorado, that Colorado might be tough because in Colorado they're high altitude. The second game of a back-to-back on the road, so maybe the Canucks got to win tomorrow, hosting the Islanders, and then take the game from Arizona. But I want them to get 4 points out of the next 3 games for sure. Alfred, yes, we need to start stringing wins starting tomorrow. Yep. Quattrob, the current state of the Canucks does not provide their fans with much confidence in winning games, to be honest. Yeah, current, recency bias shows that they've won 1 game in the past 6. They've only had more points than Detroit since February 1st, and Detroit's not a good team, you may have heard. Jarhead, how are you doing in Canucks Twitter March Madness? Thank you for asking. For those of you who don't know, Daryl Keeping on Twitter is running this just fun March Madness poll. He put 64 Canucks personalities, broadcasters, vloggers, reporters in this bracket, just random seating. And I got through the first round. I beat a lady named Anna, who actually replaced me on the Canucks Hockey Blog podcast. But my second round matchup is, again, Blake Price of TSN. I think it's going to go one of 2 ways. He's either going to smoke me because a lot more people know who he is because of the TSN platform he's on, and I like Blake a lot. Or I think it's going to be close, and I may have a shot if a lot of the grassroots Twitter, YouTube people vote. But we'll see. Each poll is getting about 800 to 1,200 votes, and I'm sure a lot of people that follow me also follow Blake Price. So it's going to be tough, but thank you, Jarhead. I was going to mention this if it came up, so I'm glad you brought it up, unsolicited. I have a feeling that the next round, the round of 32, is either going to go tomorrow or Wednesday. So if so, I'll tweet it out. I won't beg for votes, but I'll probably tweet it out a couple times and place myself as the underdog against Blake Price, against someone who I respect, I like a lot. But it'll be a lot of fun, and it is only for fun. And it's supposed to be Canucks Twitter. It's not best broadcaster. It's not best looking, because I think Blake Price got me on those 2. But it is best tweeter. And I think I have a chance if people see what I've been doing on my Twitter, whether it's through videos or quick reflections or vlogs, haiku, standings, whatever it may be. So thanks for asking. Check it out. Daryl Keeping on Twitter. And it's called the Canucks Twitter March Madness, CTMM. And the voting's only open for 8 hours. So on the day that I find out that the voting's open, I might actually pop in here onto YouTube and do a quick appeal for some votes. Although I just finished saying I'm not going to beg for votes. I won't be begging, but I will be asking if you want to support your good founder, your loyal founder of the GLCPC. As I've said, a vote for me is a vote for the GLCPC? Thanks for asking. TJ, what's your all-time favorite movie, TV show, Clay? Oh, good question. My all-time favorite movie is The Shawshank Redemption. I love that movie. Loved it ever since I saw it as a teen or as a young adult. And close second would be Coming to America. I love that movie too. Completely different, completely silly, but I love Coming to America. Favorite TV show, I like, aside from sports, I do like Criminal Minds. They just ended their 15-season run. So Criminal Minds was my favorite TV show. I still like Survivor. I like Designated Survivor, 24, those kind of shows. But right now I'm watching Criminal Minds, I'm watching Manifest, and I'm watching Survivor. Those are the 3 shows that I'm recording every week on my PVR. That's a good question. I don't watch a lot of TV, don't have a lot of time, but PV, and of course the Canucks, and I admit I still watch WWE, Raw, and SmackDown. I'm a 45-year-old grown man watching wrestling. Yes, that's me. Do you see JT Miller keeping up this production next year, or do you think he will slow down? George, good question. I don't see him slowing down. It might not be exactly, what's he at, 71 points right now in, 68 games. Is he a point per game player? He's showing it this year, and if you have a healthy Besser for the entire season, maybe he keeps it. Even if this is his career high and he's still like a 60 or 65 point guy over 82, I think the Canucks will still take that. But yeah, that's a good question. I see him maintaining close to this production next year, especially if the Canucks continue to get better. Pettersson better, Toffoli stays maybe, Horvat continues to develop, Hughes was going to be better. So there might be even more opportunities for him to get points. So yeah, I think there's a chance that he keeps up at least a number close to this. It might not be exactly the same. Ryan, congrats to the family attorney. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. And New Westminster, awesome. Drake and Josh Fan Club. I was confident with the Canucks making the playoffs before, but now after the past few games, like 2 games where we gave up leads late, my confidence in them making the playoffs has gone down. I think you are not alone, Drake and Josh, in that. Johnny, hey Clay, what's your favorite win this season, whether you saw it in person or on TV? Oh, good. That's good. I really enjoyed the Sedin's retirement night. That was a game where they got actually outplayed by Chicago, but they won. That was a really, really nice, good game in the arena. That one stands out to me right now, and mostly because it was recent. I'm just looking at this game calendar real quick, seeing what other games I do remember. I remember the win over Vegas in December was quite good because I was quite impressed that the Canucks beat them. And yeah, that was a 5-4 win at home over Vegas, and then they followed up with that 4-1 win over Pittsburgh. But I do remember that Vegas win for sure. I thought that was really good, and yeah, and then actually I did like the win over Ottawa. Ottawa's not the best team, but that was the Alex Burrows night. So you can tell I really like the wins on games where there's something else going on, like the Burrows Ring of Honor or the Sedin's jersey retirement. Those are 2 games that stick out to me for sure. Dexter, do you think Jay Beagle is undervalued by the fans? He has the 2nd best face-off percentage in the league, and he puts his body on the line for the team every night by blocking shots. Yeah, I think Jay Beagle, it's tough because he's got great Stanley Cup experience, but he came with a heavy contract, and he's never going to be able to live up to that contract given Jim Benning's reputation for signing bad contracts. You would argue he's more valuable than Brandon Sutter. He's better in the face-off circle. He's a good penalty killer. And yeah, I do like Jay Beagle a lot. I've met him a couple times. He's always been really good to me. I like Beagle a lot. But I think he's just saddled with that contract. It's not his fault. He earned that contract, or someone paid him for that. But I think because of that, there's always going to be jokes about how expensive our 4th line is. But yeah, I think he could be undervalued because we see that the Canucks don't play well when he's not in the lineup. And we've seen whether it's faceoffs or penalty killing, it's a big loss. Yeah, that's a good point. Nuck 649, Besser is 7 to 10 days. Okay, so a Besser is still 7 to 10 days away, and you saw that on Instagram. And if that, Nuck 649, I don't know if that's from today, so if that's from today, it's still a week away. So maybe it's not until Winnipeg on Sunday or next Wednesday against Tampa that he doesn't get in until then, which would be a shame, but it would still be maybe a week or 2 earlier than we thought. And at least he's getting in before the end of the season. So we'll keep an eye on that. Thanks for sharing that. Betty, we should trade for a good goalie. Yeah, Demko played well yesterday. It certainly wasn't his fault that he lost. Shady Cat, I hope Ezra's back soon. Me too. Edmund, hey Clay, I still find it odd. No news on Markey. Yeah, the Canucks kind of keep it quiet, and then suddenly players show up, i.e. Besser yesterday. So hopefully no news is good news. Betty, if RDM is healthy, it will be stacked. I'm not sure what that means, but if RDM is healthy, it will be stacked. I'll wait to get back. Betty, maybe you can correct that or just give me a heck for not being able to understand that. Shady, I hope Markstrom will be back soon. Me too. Canucks 649. By the way, Canucks said we will reevaluate Mark in 2 weeks, and they said on February 26th. So Wednesday, March 11, Marky will be checked on again. Yeah, or maybe they've already done that and they'll announce something this Wednesday. That's a good point. That was the 2 week mark. Canucks, it's been 2 weeks now. Yep. Dexter, hey, I have homework, but I'm still here. Yeah, Dexter, but I think you're a little older than. Actually, Dexter, remind me how old you are. I can't remember, but yeah, Jake's being a responsible student. I'm not saying that you're not. Maybe you're a better multitasker than him. That's really funny. Dexter, oh no, Rios, you'll see what grade you in. Okay, so side conversation, no problem. Dexter, why does Kayla get up so early? She's got a 7:30 badminton practice. Nuck 649, grade 10. Okay, so Nuck 649 is in grade 10. That's good. We got that. Rios 10. So Rios is grade 10 as well. God, a lot of young people here. It's good. But you're mature. I would think you guys are at least grade 11 by the level of maturity that I see here. Who's your dark horse team for the Stanley Cup playoffs? Oh, that's a good question. Dark horse, you know, Philly's playing very, very well. Maybe they're not so much of a dark horse, but they've risen all the way to the top of that division with Washington, leaving Pittsburgh in there. So I think Philly in the East would be exciting. You can't really call Boston or Tampa a dark horse. And in the West, yeah, dark horse. You can't call St. Louis a dark horse. You can't call Vegas a dark horse. Canucks, no, I don't know. Maybe Winnipeg if they get in and make some damage. They got really good goaltending, really good offense. Not sure about their defense. Is Colorado a dark horse if Rantanen comes back? And although they're right battling with St. Louis at the top, I don't know. Maybe if I had to pick one, I say the Philadelphia Flyers. They're not my favorite team, but I'm just really impressed with what they're doing right now. Okay, I'll let you guys. I won't read out all. You guys can know one another, which is great. I just no point me reading it out. You guys can do that yourself. Instead of tanking for their first this year, maybe they can tank for Luke Hughes next year to reunite. Oh gosh, you got me to say the T word. Yeah, but TANK, that doesn't guarantee anything. Okay, a bunch of guys, others talking about people at school. That's fine. Landon Live. I am going to the Canucks game tomorrow versus the Isles. Awesome. I hope you have a really good time and I hope you see a win. More talking about school. Shady. Good night, Clay. Got to go to bed. Good night, Shady. Thanks for being here. CNDU who? Hey, do you think Markstrom could come back by the end of the week? No, I don't think Markstrom will come back by the end of the week. But as Nuck649 pointed out, we should hear news if they honor that about some sort of status update by the end of this week. But no, I don't think he's been skating or anything, so I don't think he'll be back by this week. But yeah, it'll be a while. Dexter, I will vote for you, Clay. Thank you, Dexter. Please do so. That's awesome. Jarhead, you got my vote, bro. Thank you, Jarhead. And you're the one who asked about that, so thank you very much. Alfred, my vote is in your hands. Good. Well, put the vote in your hands because you're the one who's got to vote, but I appreciate that too. Jarhead, I just rewatched that on a plane ride. Not sure what you're talking about. Or maybe it's the dancing. Or maybe not. Maybe I missed it and you're talking about something else. Noah, what do you think of Markstrom back on a day-to-day injury? I would love that if it was day-to-day, but as we talked about, they originally said it could be up to 8 weeks or 6 weeks. Actually, they didn't say that. They said he'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks or they'll make an announcement in 2 weeks. But all the experts saying especially if it was a meniscus tear and surgery to replace that, it could be 6 to 8 weeks. So we'll see. I'll reserve judgment. It'll be awesome. It'll be a great boost. You know, having Besser and Markstrom come back would be great. But I think Markstrom could be a little more long-term, but we'll see. They're making Suiko to come to America. Yes, Jarhead, I'm very aware of that, and I'm very excited. Armin, you think Canucks will make the playoffs? I do. If they can, I think if they make the playoffs, they'll come in third because they'll catch Calgary, and they won't have to worry about the wild card positions. But it's getting tougher, right? 18 points in 14 games. That's what I keep saying. Wikiwa, do you want the Vancouver Grizzlies to come back? I would love to. I was a jam pack holder for every season that they were in existence. So an 11-game pack. Basically, I saw an average of 1 or 2 wins a season. But I'm a big basketball fan. I like playing. I'm not that good. I can't dribble left, but that's okay. Decent shooter, but I do love basketball, and I would love it if they came back. Who do you think the Canucks will retire or put into the Ring of Honor next? You know, a lot of talk about Ryan Kessler as he was here on the Citizens farewell tour, or Ryan Kessler farewell tour, or redemption tour. I tweeted about Roberto Luongo, given that he just got retired in Florida. I would argue, and I haven't vlogged about this yet, I'll save it for a day where I need some content, but I would argue that I would put Luongo in the Ring of Honor, but I would not put him up in the rafters. I would not retire his jersey. So maybe it's one of those two guys, Luongo or Kessler. but I kind of got to think about that a little bit more. I know Brendan Morrison has done enough to get in there. Bertuzzi, just thinking of guys that they've honored over the past little bit. It's a good question. Jarhead, have you ever attended a Canucks road game? No, actually, I haven't. I'm not one of those guys that have attended a lot of games in other stadiums. I've had a few, maybe just about a half dozen. Ottawa, Calgary, Atlanta when they had their team. Maybe that's it actually. Oh, San Jose for All-Star game. Well, Vegas. Okay, so there've been 4 or 5, but I've never seen the Canucks play in one of those games. Mr. Joker, good. It's not as hectic as the hockey guys chat room. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, the hockey guys got about 100,000 more subscribers than I do, so I can only imagine what his chat room is like. I can't imagine. Alfred, will we see Toffoli play with Pearson and Horvat sometimes before the playoffs? I want to see that 70s line. Yeah, I truly think if Besser comes back, they put Besser back with Pettersson and Miller, and then you put Toffoli with Pearson and Horvat. Toffoli and Pearson have proven chemistry, and someone's got to get that Horvat and Pearson going, and Toffoli's probably the best man to do that. So we'll see, but I would love to see it. Michael, other than faceoffs, would you agree Bo Horvat is not a leader or captain? No, Michael, I do not agree. And many of you guys know that I really like Bo Horvat. He is my favorite player. I think there's more than what we see just barking out instructions or having the most points on the team. It's about communication. It's about trust. It's about defensive awareness. It's about being a leader in the locker room, being someone that the coach trusts to get their message across. So there's all these things that we see or we don't see. Yeah, he's not playing well offensively, but there's other things that he can do well. And I love JT Mueller's leadership. I think JT Mueller can be a great leader without the C letter. Maybe he gets an A. You probably should get an A. But I'm fine with Bo Horvat as captain. Remember, this is his first year, and we all wanted him to be captain. And now a lot of fans are kind of poo-pooing on him. But I think give him some time. This is, again, like his first season. And I don't think we're attributing the Canucks struggles to Bo Horvat's leadership or lack thereof. So that's my personal opinion. But thank you for asking. The Amazing Spider-Man, if the Canucks don't make the playoffs again, should the Canucks fire Green? 2 weeks ago or last week, I was saying, no, I think if the Canucks don't make the playoffs, Green or Benning, they should be safe. Give them another year. But the more I think about it, this would be 5 straight years without the playoffs. And then I think you're looking at Jim Benning more than Travis Green. I know that the Aquilinians really like Jim Benning, but 5 years without playoffs is a long time. And Travis Green this is only his, whatever it is, his 3rd year or whatever. So, or maybe it's his 4th. I can't remember now. But I think if I had to pick one, I think Jim Benning would be on the hot seat more than Travis Green, because Travis Green can only coach who he has and what he has. And for the most part, he's done all right. It's kind of tainted a little bit in the last 2 or 3 weeks for sure. Laura, I just finished The Bachelor and went straight to your stream. Well, I'm glad you got your priorities straight. Laura, I hope the show was good. And I don't even know, are they in the finale yet or what? But let me know. Well, you don't have to let me know because I don't really care. But if you want to tell me about The Bachelor, I will listen because I like you, Laura, even though I don't like The Bachelor. That's fine. Betty, sorry, if our team is healthy, it will be stacked. Yeah, our team is good when it's healthy. Imagine adding Markstrom, Besser, Levo, Ferland to this group. And then you have a really, really strong team, but we are simply not there. That's not the reality right now. Bachelor fan 2 here. Okay, Mr. Joker, maybe you watched that as well, but thanks for being here. Michael, heart over talent, any way, any day. I agree about the heart for sure. Dexter, I'm 15 and don't worry, I don't have much homework. Well, good for you. You must be very, so you're in grade 10 then, Dexter. You must be very, very proficient in school. Baloo and Meanie, hey Clay, going to the game tomorrow, hoping for a big win. Any predictions? Yes, the Canucks will win 3-1. That's my prediction, but regardless, I don't care what the score is. 10-5, 15-16, or 3-1. I hope the Canucks, they need a win, and I hope you have a great time at the game. A 5-2 prediction from Nux. I like that. Mr. Joker. Clay, would you trade Quinn Hughes for Rasmus Dahlin if you're a Canucks GM? No, I don't. I think their impact can be similar. Dahlin, obviously very, very highly touted. You could argue Quinn Hughes has had a better rookie season than Dahlin did. Quinn Hughes, Quinn Hughes already burned he's in his 2nd year of his contract. No, I have to look up Dahlin's stats, but I really like the way Quinn Hughes has settled in here. And I don't know if I'd make that trade. Despite the pedigree that Dahlin came with, I'm really happy with what Quinn Hughes is doing. So no, maybe that's a short-sighted answer, but if I had to answer now, I would say no, I would not make that trade. Ryan, got to work at 3:30. Have a wonderful evening, Clay. Thank you, Ryan, for sticking out for as long as you could. Michael, I'm going to drive drunk. Do you people a favor and crash into Louis Erickson? Well, please don't drive drunk. Please don't run over Louis Eriksson. We can think of other ways to get him out of the lineup. Betty, Clay, you should do a house tour. If you want, well, maybe that's something we'll do. This is our great room. That's obviously our kitchen. And over there, the first door, that's my piano room where I make all my parody songs. And then through the second door, it's our hallway. But yeah, maybe one day, Gail and the kids got to be up for it and be dressed decently if they're still up. Maybe I will do a house tour. I think that's a pretty funny idea, actually. Maybe we'll do that when we're in a really good mood, when the Canucks make the playoffs or whatever. That'll be awesome. Okay, good. Okay, Betty, if the Canucks make the playoffs, here, I'm saying it to you all right now. If the Canucks make the playoffs, I will take you on a house tour. How's that? Boom. Okay. I'm going out of order, but I just saw Lego Rocks Geo. Funny. What about a car tour? Well, that's pretty easy. You guys see that every week. And I know I'm going out of order, but I want to give a shout out to Geo Lego Rocks, doing some awesome stuff on YouTube. Make sure you follow his channel. He's got 11,000 subscribers. He's pumping out 2 or 3 videos a day, not just on the Canucks. If you like the Montreal Canadiens, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and basically he does, he covers the entire NHL. Unlike yours truly, who the only thing I know about is the Vancouver Canucks, and it's good. Gio and I have never met in person, but we've been able to collab on videos together, talk about things, and I think it's awesome. Thanks for popping in, Gio. I'm not sure you've been here the whole time, or if you just popped in, but thank you for that comment. And I value everyone's comment, but I just happened to see him pop up on my phone. Okay, I can speed up. I gotta get through everything in the next 10 minutes before Sean comes down. Okay, let's go. Noel, on the score, it says he's a day-to-day. I just checked. I'm sure that's about Besser. So we're debating between 7 to 10 days or day-to-day. Are the Canucks doing a 2010 era series? It wasn't announced beginning of the season, but I think they added it. Oh yeah, they should. 5 decades, right? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. I think they are doing a 2010 era series because I thought they were doing these 5 theme nights, not 4. Everyone liked the stream. Thank you, Rios Dread, for your advocacy. Dexter, the Canucks gave the 4th most shots against per game in the league with 33.1. Only Blackhawks, Rangers, and Senators give up more. What can the Canucks do to improve their defensive play? Good question, Dexter. I think the personnel, they're doing as good as they can. They're not the fastest, aside from Quinn Hughes, and even he gets beat because of his size. They're simply not the fastest team. They're not the most aggressive team, so they're trying their best. That's why they give up a lot of easy zone entries, because they simply don't have the personnel, the skill to knock those down. They've been relying on their goaltending, but we're seeing that without Markstrom, they're playing the same way. And I made this point on the large cast. They're playing the same way as when Markstrom was there, but those goalies that we have now are simply not as good as Markstrom. That's why we're seeing us lose a bit more. But I think overall, they just got to be as good as they can. They got to be disciplined. They got to be structured, and the forwards got to come back and help, especially on those down low plays. I vlogged about that today, how the Canucks are very susceptible to goals that originate from behind their net, because they lose their coverage a lot, or maybe they don't trust each other. Whatever it is, they got to tighten that up. Is Ole Julevi a confirmed bust? I don't think so. Not ready. Not until he actually plays an NHL game, and then we can decide. We can debate about his worth. Michael, a better defenseman if Ole is then Virtanen is. Not sure what that means. Rios, Clay, do you have the 44, 22, or 11 for the Canucks? I'm a full season ticket holder, so I have all 41 home games plus the 3 or 4 exhibition games. So I'm a full season ticket holder, been so since 2010, 2011. So that was an awesome year to come in, obviously. Edmund, are you worried about the Canucks playoff chances? I'm now, especially with the lack of urgency in the third period yesterday. Yeah, I'm worried. I still think they can make it. I think they got to beat Calgary, but yeah, it's not as confident as it was a week ago. That's for sure. Laura, do you like Jake on Bo's line? Yeah, I like, honestly, anyone except Eriksson on Bo's line. Virtanen, at least he can drive play. He's fast. And I understand Travis Green's, I'm not sure why I put the plural on or the possessive on his first name. I understand Travis Green's reasoning about the defense and the trust that way. But if Jake can become even a player like that, I think we got to give him every opportunity to do so, because he brings so much more speed and offense than Louis Eriksson does. But if Brock Besser gets back here, then we don't have to worry about it. Then you go Besser or Toffoli on Horvat's right side. Will Canucks give up a first round to protect players in the expansion draft? I doubt it, B-Buzz. I know a lot of teams felt they were burned by that in the Vegas expansion, so I don't think they would do that. Michael, do you believe the reports that Stetcher has the coronavirus? No, I haven't heard those reports, and I would not believe them. B-Buzz, that would be stupid. Yeah, well, stupid, strong word, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. Rios, mostly everyone here is in 15. Yes, that makes me 3 times older than the average person in here. So how you doing? If the Canucks end up out of a wildcard spot near the end of the season, who do you think they're going to call up from the AHL? That really depends. I think if they get eliminated, it'll probably be only in the last week of the season. But if it's any earlier than that, somehow, you could look at Rafferty, you could look at Cole Lind. But yeah, I think the 3 guys next year that are going to get a chance, rookies, are Juolevi, Rafferty, and Lind. And I've been saying that for a couple months now. Hell of a shot. Hey, what did this start? I'm not sure what that means. Maybe when did it start? It was at 10 o'clock. Mr. Joker, so how you doing? Probably Rafferty. Yeah, there you go. Brogan, Rafferty, or Cole Lind. Michael, good stream. I like your off-the-cuff willingness to answer anything. Good job. Thank you, Michael. I answer the questions that are appropriate at least. There's a couple that I do skip over once in a while, but in general, yeah, I think one of my strengths is, and that's part of my daily vlogs too, is no script. And despite you having to see my face, I answer and I talk really one take, no cuts, no edits. Mostly because I'm too lazy to, and something like this tonight, I'm able to show that I'm able to answer stuff and hopefully show a bit of hockey knowledge. It's not the best, but if I don't know something, I just make it up, and hope you guys don't. Just kidding, I don't make things up. But thank you for that. I appreciate that, Michael. Nile97, have you ever played ice hockey? No, only casually. I do play roller hockey every year. Played a lot of street hockey, but roller hockey is, so I can skate. I can skate decently, but I'm not the best. I don't have the best hands. So my role on the team, I'm the oldest guy on the team. So none of the opposing, you're right, the opposing players only go after guys that are really good. I'm not very good. They know that I'm out there to get some exercise. So I just park my big butt in front of the net and try and deflect more shots than block, if that makes sense. Because I'm talking about the offensive net, right? But no, I've never played ice hockey, only casually, but I do play roller hockey every year. I went to the game yesterday and Petey's goal was so cool. Sorry you saw a loss now, but yes, that Pedersen goal was amazing. Great determination. Dexter, I'm in grade 9. Okay, gotcha. Laura, last episode is tomorrow, but the Canucks are my priority. They should be, and this stream should be a priority over The Bachelor. Taya, when Brock comes back, would you put him with Horvat? Either way, I put him with Horvat, but I would actually like to see the Lotto line reunited, and then you put Toffoli with Horvat and Pearson and get some chemistry going, hopefully. Nuck 649, Miller, Petey Besser, Pearson, Bo, Toffoli, further got that for Tanner Mott, Sutter, Levo. Yeah, if we were healthy, that looks like a good lineup. Maybe Roussel is your extra. That's good. OMG, we are stacked. So many injuries. Yeah, don't forget. Markstrom, Besser, Levo, Ferland, all out right now. Hell of a shot. If the Canucks finish at 80 points on the season, does Travis Green get canned? 80 points would be pretty bad. That would be 6 points. That would be 4 points over the final 14 games. Yeah, I think he would get canned if that happened, but I don't see that happening. What about a car tour? There we go, Lego Rocks. Thank you. It's pretty easy to see my Honda Civic, the whole basically inside from my... Okay, we're back. That was very bad. I should check. I thought I was on the good Wi-Fi network. So I think most of the players live downtown. It's just easier for them to get to the arena. Said I have full respect for what Lego Rocks does. Jarhead, do you know Barry holds the most record for empty net goals in season 9? I did not know that, but I do know. Rios Clay, do the Bhangra again whenever you do Bhangra. Canucks are That's true. The Canucks are undefeated on days where I post a video of me doing Bhangra dancing. So I may have to consider that tomorrow. Michael, you're way better than that Lego nut. No, sorry, I shouldn't have read that. Hopefully you're joking, Michael, because I do like Lego. Wiggy Podkolzin, he's 11 points in the last 17 games. Awesome. Nux 649. You need to do the Bhangra again in the car with the guys. That's good luck. Yes, 1-0. Wiggy I like Lego. He's good for a young guy. Yeah, he's excellent. I like Lego too. Me too. Taya, would you trade Troy Stetcher for Tyson Barrie? Not at the dollar amount that Tyson Barrie's at, and I do like Stetcher despite he makes some mistakes. Obviously, a young guy, not the biggest guy. But no, Tyson Barrie, even though he's a $2.5 million cap hit, I think his stock has dropped a little bit, but I don't think it'd be a one-on-one. You wouldn't get Barrie for Stetcher. You'd have to throw in other things, and I think those other things would make it unpalatable for me. Well, that's the first time I've used unpalatable in this live stream. Lego is the reason Quinn Hughes made the All-Star team. Yeah, that's awesome. Fair to say, if the streak happened in November, January, I think most fans wouldn't worry as much. Absolutely. I've talked about this a lot, is recency bias, right? If all this happened before and then the Canucks Canucks had a bad losing streak, and then they were playing 500 or on the winning streak now to get into a wild card spot. Yeah, then we would all be laughing. Yeah, they have momentum, they're going to make it. But it's because it's gone the other way. We're in first place now. We dropped out of the wild card even. That makes a big difference. So the Canucks can reset, and they have the last 14 games. Okay, I'm going to whip through these last things. Then we're going to bring on Sean for the last 15 minutes. Canucks were at first at one point. What happened? Injuries, mainly the Jacob Markstrom injury. I think it's had a bigger impact than any of us would have imagined. Nice to see you, Martin. Nice to see you on Friday night, too, at our church event. Now, it's sad if we miss the playoffs, even with Toffoli, Miller, and Myers. Yeah, you got to look at the guys that betting has brought in. Toffoli, Pearson, Myers, Beagle. All these guys have playoff experience. Some of them Stanley Cup experience. Toffoli, Pearson, I think I just said that. Myers, Beagle, and many others. So there are some veterans in here. Doing one take, I feel, yeah, Martin, you know, as a fellow YouTuber. Oh, last few, Dexter, do you think Kevin Bieksa would be open to coming to the Canucks as an assistant coach or replacement for Nolan Baumgartner? The Canucks should hire, if so, should the Canucks hire him? I think he'd be open to it, but I think Bieksa actually has a future in media. We've seen how good he is on hockey night during the All-Star weekend. I think that is a better fit for him, quite frankly. Lego Rocks, Clay equals master deflector, net front presence. Sadly, that is my role on the team as the fat 45-year-old old guy. 21 airball, one video editing took me almost 3 days, 8 hours each for camp. Yes, that's what I mean. And you know, that's why I give full props to guys like Lego and Gio, and not just because he's on here, because his videos are good, they're timely, and he actually edits them and makes them look and sound good. I do not have that ability. John P, Vancouver Canucks will make the playoffs. I'm with you, Nux, bro, it's so tight in the West, OMFG. Yeah, not an acronym I always say, but yes, it is very tight. Vegas, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, that's the order right now, but I think Vancouver can leapfrog Calgary. Rio saw Sean jump in, and here we go. Okay, so perfect, 10:47. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to bring in my son, Sean, now, and he's going to wrap up these last 15 minutes with us. Good. Sean, come on in. I will move over a little bit. The internet went out once already. Oh, can you move your seat up so it doesn't look like you're like, okay. Okay, I'll do this. Cool. All right, everyone, this is my son, Sean. He's taking you had a midterm today, right?
Yeah.
In what?
Macroeconomics.
How'd you do?
It's okay. We'll see.
Wait, is Fernando still upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that. All right, so here we go. Sean, do you think we will make the playoffs right now? We're not in the playoff spot at the moment.
I like to stay optimistic. I want to say that we do make it, but fingers crossed, you never know. Someone's got to donate for us to buy a new laptop.
Yeah, I think we got.
Should we say that on stream?
No, it might be recording us right now.
Still, someone wants to buy it. Someone wants to donate for a new...
Should I change the... Should I change the... I don't even know what's showing up. It's still gone. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. Okay, that was really bad. We can't... Now we're all fuzzy. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, sorry, you guys. That was horrible. We are going to extend by 5 more minutes. Thank you. We just dropped like 20 viewers during that time. It was as soon as Sean got on here, something happened.
It's my fault.
But I thought the 5G network's better than the 2.4G.
I don't know.
GH.
Someone who knows Wi-Fi, let us know.
Yeah, someone who knows.
And buy us a router or something like that.
So we're going to scroll all the way up to all these questions we missed. Thank you for still being here. Yes, we're going to go bonus time. We're going to go till 11:05 or 11:10. Cool. So it actually cut out right when your lovely girlfriend, Fernanda, said hello to you.
She's upstairs.
I know,
I'll go say hi to her later.
Yeah, she's here hanging out.
Nice.
Okay. So hi, Fernanda. Hi, Fernanda. Yes, bad Wi-Fi. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Lego Rocks. Gio, hey, Sean, thanks for serving my friends and I at the bowling alley that one time.
It's my pleasure. Come back anytime.
Come back anytime. Well, bowling challenge. It'll be the YouTubers, me and Gio against Sean and Jacob. How's that? But we'll take Kayla, the gold medalist.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Sean's girlfriend is back.
Nice.
Yes, she is. Hell of a shot. Okay, Clay, beat it. We just want Sean.
I like that guy.
Oh, I'll still sit here, but I'll let you do the... Clay, it's kind of lagging. Yes, it is loading. Stream lagging. It is me just lag. Clay, internet cut out, nag, lag. Hey, it's working back. Never mind. No, never mind. Still got it here. Thanks for answering my question. You get a like. Thank you, Mr. Joker. I appreciate it. Lower the HD. Oh, that's good. It's point. RP is back. Blame Jacob. Okay, we're caught up now. Now, what are both your favorite Canucks jerseys?
I'm assuming he means logo, not like player.
Of course.
Definitely the skate, the one that they brought back this year.
Me too. I like the black skate, and I do like Stick and Rink is my second favorite.
Not a big fan.
Are you on Tellish or Shaw? We're on Shaw. Sean, do you and your dad like eating ramen?
I guess. I mean, it's good. We'll eat mostly anything, but especially instant noodles now that I'm in university. I've been eating a lot of instant noodles.
Is that all you eat? That's not good.
It's not good, but it tastes good.
Okay, that's fine. No, I don't like eating ramen. I like the udon or the sushi, but I don't like eating ramen. It's just no taste for me, or maybe I'm not putting the right things in there. Do you like it?
Well, it's not just instant noodles. There's like good ramen places too,
Oh,
like restaurants.
okay.
Anyways,
5G has worse range, but a better signal, provides faster speeds. 2.4 GHz has a larger single rate, but slower speeds. I use 2.4, 5 sucks. Okay, well, the times where the stream has gone down, we are on the 5, so maybe I should try the 2.4. Because how much do we need?
I don't
Whatever.
know. That's a next week problem.
We'll figure that out
Next.
before Thursday. Okay, Laura, our friend, score prediction for tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm going to go 4-2 Canucks.
Okay, I said 3-1. Someone else said 4-2. Nuxus for 9 Sean, what's going to be our record at the end of the season?
What are we right now?
So right now, after 74 games, after 68 games, we are 35, 27, and 6.
35,
27,
6 with 14 to go.
Yeah. So
35. So 14. I'll just give you what we're gonna do in the last.
Yeah, then I'll add it up.
14 games. So we're gonna get. Let's go 7 wins, 2 OT losses, and then the rest will just be regular losses.
Okay. So Sean thinks we're gonna go 7, 5, and 2 over the final 14.
Yeah.
Giving us 42, 32, and 8. 42, 84, and 8. That gives us 92 points. So according to that, we're not going to make the playoffs. Well, I've been using the 94 point benchmark.
Yeah.
But we just got to finish ahead of Calgary, right? Do you
Yeah.
agree? Like third
Yeah.
place, not
Fair.
worry about the wild card. Yeah, okay.
We'll see.
So you think we're going to go 7, 5, and 2 over the
7,
final
5, and 2.
14?
Probably
Okay.
need to go 8. Or whatever.
Yeah, but you didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but we'll see.
Random. Do you think the cap boost will help the Canucks sign both Toffoli and Markstrom next season?
I don't know how big the cap boost is really going to be or how much it's really going to influence. I don't know if that's going to be the deal breaker if we can sign both or not, but it'll definitely help. Every dollar helps.
Yeah, I like that. Sean, did you and your dad ever try roti? Is that food?
I think so. I'm going to say no.
No, if we don't know what it is. Alfred, how many points do you think the Canucks will get in the next 3 games? So
Next
they
3
have
games,
Islanders
yeah,
tonight, tomorrow. Then they're in Arizona and Colorado back to back.
I think we take 4.
Man, me too. That's what I said too.
I think we take 4.
So how you doing? Sometimes reset the router definitely works, or depends how many people are using your wireless. Yeah, everyone's probably on.
Everyone's
wireless.
always on our Wi-Fi, so that's a problem.
Yeah. I want cookies. That's what that guy said.
Congrats.
No, not congrats.
Okay,
I want
good.
Rios, if we had Markey, do you think we would be top 2 in the Pacific?
It's a tough question. I'd like to think so. I mean, there's at one point where we were above Vegas, and then I think that's roughly around when Markstrom got hurt. So I'd like to say we'd be top 2.
Yeah, I think so too. Hell of a shot. Let's start a petition to bring back the flying skate home and away for the full playoffs.
Wow,
That would be good.
That's bold.
You start it and we will sign it.
That's bold. I like it.
3-2 Nucks from Real Shred. That means we're not making the playoffs. Yes, Sean's numbers add up to 92 points. Angus, have you noticed that the Canucks are not playing physically in the D zone?
I guess we can kind of talk about that. It's been the case like that for all year. They don't really like to push people out of the zone. They kind of just let shots happen and try to go for the quick breakout. So
Yeah.
I think that's just how they play, or not maybe how they've been coached, but definitely how they've been playing.
And you may have heard me say that I think it's they're doing as well as they can with the personnel that they have.
Yeah, it's not like they have a bunch of big bodies that are going to throw guys out. I mean, we have a couple, but
Right.
nothing massive, you know.
So Rios and Nuxus49 said roti is indeed Indian food.
Okay, we got to try that.
Yeah. Niall, what's your second favorite sport?
Definitely football.
To play and watch?
Play
Both?
and watch, yeah, definitely
Okay.
football.
Mr. Joker, Clay, who do you like better as a hockey commentary, Brian Burke or Don Cherry? I like Brian Burke. I think he's brilliant. I think I love his behind the scenes stories and his experience as a GM. And I think Don Cherry, as patriotic as he is, became more of a cartoon basically at the end. I didn't take anything he said seriously, quite frankly. Yeah. Ryan, Sean, how happy were you that Kayla got gold?
I was very happy. She's been working really hard. We've been doing a lot of after school practice sessions with her. So I'm really glad it worked out.
And completely unrelated, what's your biggest worry about the next 3 to 4 games? I
I like that quick turn. Biggest worry is that we just can't put together full performances. It's been a problem recently. Just can't put together 60 minutes. So I want to see just full, complete games, and then some desperation, maybe some hard effort.
Jarhead, what's it like having a celebrity dad?
I don't, but
I'll ask it again. What's it like having a celebrity dad?
I wouldn't know, but if it did,
I'll ask it one more time. Just say something nice, even if you make it up. What's it like having a celebrity dad? I'm not a celebrity, but what?
It's weird getting his name called out at Rogers Arena, I'll tell you that. But yeah, that's good for
Thank
you. Go.
Random. If the Canucks lose tomorrow, I think it'll be a huge moral letdown, and that'll be their downfall. Tomorrow's another big game to try and go on a win streak. I agree. Alfred, Sean, what do you think of Canucks defense right now?
Canucks defense right now, it's been better. It's hard because it doesn't look like Hughes is at 100%. So, I don't know. It's the same. We've been relatively healthy on back end, which is nice, but don't like how many shots they give up usually.
Okay. What do you want to be when you're older? What's your goal?
Ooh, not entirely sure, to be honest, but I'm looking into being like a sports agent, so maybe going to law school.
Good. Clay, what was it like to be on the large cast? Tej is a beauty. Loved it. They're very professional. They got a really nice studio, really nice equipment. Those guys know their stuff. You guys know that they kind of angle on the, lean on the positive side, which is just like me. So we loved it, and I love to go back. They do a really good job, and I hope that they're growing. Tej certainly isn't afraid to get into fights, like healthy fights, healthy debates. Laura, if the Canucks had a white skate jersey, do you think it would sell as well as the black one?
I'm going to say no. Just because the black, I think, pops a lot better, but it's just like any away jersey. It'll sell, but not sell as much.
Yeah, but remember when we had the jersey, wearing the skate jersey, we had white as home, right? That was before they made the switch. Yeah.
Black still looks crazy, though.
Real. Stetcher has scored 4 goals, past 7 games, 3 off his body.
And are they all for our team?
Yeah, against us. Nux, Clay, you should bring your whole family on the stream one day. That would be great. We should. I think we'd have to do a little earlier than 10, or it'd have to be on a weekend. But we can fit 5 people back here. I probably have to stand at the back, but we should do it. Because Jake's been on, and we should get Kayla on, and Gil will come down. Angus, have you gone to Tech City Bowl in Kirkland? No, we haven't. We've been to Kirkland. A lot of jokes about my face. LOL, Clay's face, LOL, LMAO. I hope they're talking about because I reacted, not just my normal face. Yeah.
I mean, we make fun of that too.
Your stream is off. You guys' lips are moving, but you finished talking. Yeah, I know. I messed up the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's fuzzy. It looks fuzzy on our screen, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just glad you guys are still here.
Yeah.
5 more minutes. Rios. Random. They're overplaying Hughes. Agree?
Yeah. I mean, what did he play last night? Like 27, 28?
I like it.
He's playing a lot, but if he's healthy, I'm okay with it. As long as they know that he's healthy.
Rios. Canucks are playing like they're chilling at the top of the league. Like, boy. What does that mean?
Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're playing like they're at the top. They're not playing very good. That's a problem. I think every team is playing hard, especially at the end of this year. They're just not playing good enough.
Sean, you should grow a beard.
If I would, I could.
No, you screwed up. If I could, I would.
If I could, I would.
You said if I would, I could.
I did screw that up. Whatever. It's hard, okay? I wish. Next question.
Do you live in Vancouver? No, we live in Richmond in the Steveston area.
Close enough.
Both of you, if Nucks make the playoffs, grow a beard.
That's so gross.
Why? This is nice. People like this. My soul patch.
Oh my gosh.
If the Canucks keep losing, should Travis Green crack out the whip?
I hope you mean figuratively, but I think...
Wait, he doesn't have a whip on the bench.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Travis Green, he doesn't look like the guy to throw anybody under the bus, so I'm gonna say he's gonna handle it, how he's been handling it all.
You guys got to grow your beards for good luck for playoffs. Yeah, if they make the playoffs, well, I already told them we're going on a house tour, so that'll be fun. Maybe that's the one that the whole family's in. We still have 2 games on Calgary, so I don't think it's time to panic. What do you guys think about us having extra games on them? I think it's great. I'll just answer this one. I think it's great that we have games in hand, but yeah, those 2 games in Calgary will be huge. We might not even have to get to that 94-point benchmark if we can beat Calgary in those 2 games and win our games in hand. Then that's huge. That's 8 points.
Yeah, games in hand don't mean a lot unless you win them, right?
It's good to reset your router once a week to keep it fast, and will also help to clean your computer cache out before stream. Thank you, Helvashot. That's good.
I like these. All the tech guys.
IT support. Edman, you think Quinn Hughes will get over 60 points? Is he still at 51 or 52? I think it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be tight. He doesn't look 100% either, so I'm gonna say no.
Joker, is there a current Canucks player that smokes cigarettes?
I wouldn't know. If one of you guys know, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best for you.
I don't know if that's yeah.
Did you find the Canucks were passing too much last night? We actually didn't watch the game. We were on our ferry back from Nanaimo. Jim Bennett comments that he thinks that Brogan Rafferty is ready for NHL action. Why then isn't he up here then? I don't think he unseats, like he's a right side defenseman, but you're not going to play him over Tanev, Hughes, or no, Tanev, Stetcher, or Myers. So I think that's why. And the Canucks have been relatively, and then you got Jordy Ben there sitting there who actually said he's more comfortable on the right side. Erickson does smoke darts every day. I didn't know Erickson smoked. Is that true?
I don't know. I think that's just a bash on
Do a Bhangra video tomorrow, please. We need the luck. Please do the Bhangra tomorrow. I don't know if I was kind of joking about that, but Sidney Crosby said he noticed the difference in the new pucks that will be used in the playoffs. What are your thoughts? I know they're using tracking pucks, right?
Oh, the tracking pucks. I don't know. I'm not a player. I'm not good enough to probably tell a difference in any puck. But I think it's a level playing field, right? Everyone's going to adjust to it. It's not like it's disadvantaging one group of players.
This guy keeps talking about the down router, but it's good. It's all good. Now, is it just me or does Phil Kessel look like a McDonald's cashier and not an athlete? No offense to him, but I'm wondering if it's just me. Phil Kessel?
I don't know. I think he's living his best life. And if you can make millions of dollars while looking like that, you got to do it.
Random, leaving the stream. Hope we win tomorrow and got 2 tests tomorrow, but after that, I'll be on spring break and watch news. Awesome. Thank you, Random. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to wrap up in the next 5 minutes. So how you doing? You could always use a wired connection. Okay.
No more routers.
No, but I appreciate them looking out for us. Angus, we should do a meetup for the Good Looking Canucks Club in Greater Seattle.
Maybe. Yeah. When you guys are a team, we were talking about driving down every game and going. So hopefully.
Where did you stay in Nanaimo? Did you like it there? Did you like it here? We were in. We stayed at the Days Inn. It was fine. The Days Inn was nice, and we spent most of our time at the bowling alley. It was a question for both. What are your thoughts about the offside rule changing? You hear about that? So now you don't have to have your skate on the ice. It's like breaking the plane.
Yeah.
Like in football when you can break the plane anywhere to score a touchdown. So they're saying as long as puck goes in before the skate, but your skate doesn't have to be on the ice on the blue line.
But are they saying like full skate or tip of the skate?
I don't know.
It'll be interesting. We'll see who can take advantage of it first.
It should add more offense as long as it's not dangerous and people aren't trying to kick each other or kicking each other because they're trying to get their skate in the air. But I think it's good. I think it'll add to more offense.
Yeah, hopefully.
Can you please let Clay, if you want to do it? Okay, now some more bang. So I think the two themes are router and some Bhangra dancing. It is best to leave Rafferty down for the season to keep his rookie record intact and give him a chance next season. Yeah, I don't think there's a rush to bring Rafferty up. I'd be down for a GLCPC meetup in Seattle. Awesome, let's do it, Laura. We'll drive down together. Clay, you have to do the Bhangra. Connect need errors instead of Demko, the e-bug.
I love that guy.
He tried to say Bhangra, but he said hangers. Video tomorrow. Canucks are 1-0 on the Bhangra video. Okay, last 3 questions. First one, Clay, favorite place to visit on the island when you do get over here? Honestly, we haven't seen anything. We went to the bowling alley and we went to where did we eat? Oh yeah, we just went to the bowling alley. That's all we did.
All we ate are like regular places.
Like really bad. Hi Clay, I love you so much. Thank you. How did you learn about Bhangra? It's because I on the large cast, the 4 guys that we were with of our South Asian East Indian descent, and we want to do a carpool karaoke. I suggested Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling, or like Young MC Bust a Move, but they wanted to do Canuck. I don't even know how to say it.
I wouldn't try.
But that's what we did. So if you want to check out, just type in Clay Emo Bhangra and you won't be disappointed. What's an e-bug? Emergency backup goaltender. That's what the Carolina Hurricanes used to beat Toronto. Long time no see. Rios. I never believed in love at first sight until I looked at Sean. E-bug. And are you concerned about COVID virus when going in the arena? No, I'm not. Not yet. Are you?
No,
I'm not. But you can always, I know, you can do everything you can to protect yourself, but you never know about other people. But I'm not worried yet. But we see that San Jose, their counties has said already, no more gatherings of 1,000 or more people. Yes, the San Jose Sharks still draw more than 1,000 people to their games. So they're going to figure out what to do with their 3 remaining home games in March. some phonetic spellings of the dance that we did.
Shoot.
And all right, guys, I'm going to be out. Let's go. God bless. Go Canucks. Go. One more thing. Founder of the GLCPC. Okay, last question. What are your thoughts on everyone stacking up on toilet paper?
I don't know. I don't understand why coronavirus is linked. It's not like it's linked to crazy diarrhea. So, I mean, unless people are going through rolls and rolls a day, but it's not like it's going to affect their digestive tract.
Yeah,
right?
people are overreacting. I agree. It's not just driven by the media, but the media helps. And people just, yeah, it's crazy. You see the actual footage of Costco and stuff. I just said we can jump in the shower, or we're lucky. We have bidets on our toilets here, so it's actually cut down our toilet paper consumption. Okay. I don't know how we got from the Canucks to Router to Bhangra and to COVID-19, but thank you everyone. Sorry about the streaming problems. I'm glad you really stuck it out, and I'll go watch the replay once it's posted to see how bad it really was. Maybe the screen froze on me making up a messed up face. But here we go. We got the Islanders tomorrow night. We got Arizona on Thursday. Then a quick turnaround, Colorado on Friday. Canucks should get 4 out of these next 6 points. Remember, they need 18 points over their final 14 games, or they just got to finish ahead of Calgary, and you can throw all that point total thing out the window. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. No, you probably already subscribed, but please hit the like button. I appreciate that. And don't forget, I'm going to do a video when the next round of Canucks Twitter March Madness comes out. I would appreciate your support. I appreciate your vote. It's going to be tough. I'm going against the juggernaut of TSN 1040 and Blake Price, but I think I can pull this out, but I'm going to need a lot of support from you guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll check in with you tomorrow, something in the morning, and then something after the game while I'm bowling, and we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Any last thoughts, Sean?
Like the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good Monday night.
Yeah, and thank you for your advice on Router. No more Bhangra talk and COVID-19. All in all, I think we're doing okay.
Take it easy.
God bless. Go Canucks go.